you up to speed on the latest in sports. I'm Sean Yao. Pinoy cager Kai Sotto has made it clear he is always ready to suit up for the national team. The 7'2" center says that playing for Gilas Pilipinas remains a part of his basketball plans since he has been carrying the country's flag since he was 14 years old. Rumors of the 21-year-old wunderkind skipping the upcoming FIBA World Cup surfaced after reigniting his pursuit of his NBA dream. He had also recently signed a contract extension with the Hiroshima Dragonflies in Japan's B-League. Sotto says his management will meet with the Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas to iron out his Gilas stint in the World Cup. More on Kaiju, his agent Tony Ronzoni says that Sotto is a few steps away from realizing his NBA dream. The coming weeks will also be very important for Kai, with several activities lined up for the Pinoy cager. Here's the rest of Ronzoni's interview with former PBA Commissioner Noli Ayala on Signal's Power and Play.
Tony, how far is Kai Sotto from his NBA dream?
He's there. It's just a matter of him taking the next step. He's there. Skill-wise, he's got it. You can't teach height. You can't teach his ability to score, shoot the three ball. Most bigs can't shoot the three ball. Kai could shoot the three ball. So he's right there. It's just a matter of him grabbing it, and that's why we're going through the process right now. We're escalating it quickly because we're trying to get him ready. And again, we're coming up soon to 2 more mini camps. We got continuous workouts, and then we got summer league. So it's all within the next month. I mean, these next 4 weeks are very important.
Also probable for Gilas in the World Cup is San Miguel Beermen big man Junmar Fajardo. But all that hinges on the outcome of his evaluation next week. Fajardo will be re-examined to determine the potential timetable for his return. He has been sidelined by a knee injury since March during San Miguel's East Asia Super League stint. San Miguel coach George Gallant says the 6-time PBA MVP has shown signs of improvement and has even joined Beermen practices recently. If things go well, Fajardo could likely suit up for Gilas in the World Cup, as he will definitely be part of the pool. Still on Gilas Pilipinas kicks off its preparations for the FIBA World Cup with only one goal in mind: to be the best basketball team in Asia. Doing so would mean a chance to compete at the Olympics in Paris next year. Kathy Yang caught up with Gilas assistant coach Tim Cone on thought leaders, and here is what he had to say.
All roads lead to the FIBA World Cup, and you're talking about facilities and that kind of the crowds that it'll gather. We're just under 100 days to the finals here in Manila. How are you suited up, Gilas Pilipinas suited up, its program in being ready to compete with Angola, Dominican Republic, and Italy? Considering that the team had lost in various instances in 2019 and 2021 against these countries.
As long as we have all of our, how do I call it, stakeholders, all of the players that we need. If we get Kai Sotto and we get Jordan Clarkson and we get all these guys like Dwight Ramos, and we get the team that we envision and that we've been working with. If we get those guys, then we can be competitive and we might be able to do something. But our goal in the World Cup, if we finish as the best Asian team in the World Cup, and again, I don't think a lot of people realize this, then we automatically qualify for the Olympics. So, we're competing against China, Korea, Japan, Iran, the Middle Eastern teams. But if we finish as a higher seed than those teams in the Olympics, then in the World Cup, then we'll qualify for the Olympics.
From the point of view of a coach, how do you think your immersion with the NBA, with the Miami Heat last year, worked into creating that the preparation for Gilas Pilipinas? Because you've been so involved with Coach Eric Spoelstra in the Summer League last year in Las Vegas and San Francisco, where you were able to plan some games and join them in the locker rooms and also sit in the bench.
Yeah, and it was in many, many ways, it was a true eye-opener.
In what way?
Well, you know, the Heat are such a, again, using that word character, is such a character-driven organization. They base everything on what they call their Heat culture, and everything is based on it. Everything they do, the discipline that they have, it's really phenomenal. They think defense first, they play defense first, and which goes right along with my own personal philosophy. So it was just really beautiful for me to be a whole part of that process. And we have brought a lot of things, especially techniques that we observed and that I observed and worked, and we've brought that to the Gilas team.
Catch the full conversation with Coach Tim Cohn tonight at 9:30 p.m. only here on One News. And to all basketball fans out there, here is your chance to watch the FIBA World Cup live. Buy your single-day pass and get access to 2 live games for as low as 999 pesos. Head on over to philippines.worldcup.basketball for more information. Be a part of Philippine basketball history and buy your tickets today. We're taking a timeout. The game on One News Now will return after this. Stay tuned. You're still watching the game on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Miami Heat head coach Erik Spoelstra says that his team will not be complacent, even as they had evened up the NBA Finals series against the Denver Nuggets. Spoelstra regarded as ridiculous the notion that the Heat had solved 2-time MVP Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets. Miami was able to beat Denver despite Jokic scoring 41 points. This playoffs, Jokic has gone over 40 points on 3 occasions, all resulting in losses for the Nuggets. Spoelstra said that Miami is ready to offset Denver's tactics if it tries to get back at the team. Jokic, who is known as the team's top facilitator, also tallied a season-low 4 assists, with the Heat eliminating his ability to find open teammates. Denver lost for the first time at home this playoffs after Miami's 111-108 win on Monday. Moving on to Swedish football star Zlatan Ibrahimovic deciding to hang up his boots at age 41. Here are the announcements straight from the decorated striker in this Reuters video.
Da domani sono uomo libero da questo mondo, è stato una carriera lunga, e sono orgoglioso e felice che è durato lunga questa carriera, grazie a tutto in giro di me che mi hanno dato forza, adrenalina e emozioni di continuare. E oggi è ultima giornata come professionista.
And the River Seine in Paris has become dirtier since hosting its first Olympic sports in the 1900s. And now for the 2024 Summer Games, Paris wants to bring it back to its pristine state. More from this video from Reuters.
Would you swim in the Seine River?
I think I'd come out dirtier if I bathed in it.
I would like to see a couple of people do it first, and then I would try it.
With the 2024 Olympic Games fast approaching, Paris wants to make the Seine swimmable again. Let's take a look at how. In 1900, the Seine River hosted its first Olympic Games.
Because the River Seine gets so full you could almost walk over the swimmers in front.
It has become a lot dirtier since then. Trash and plastic bottles are often seen floating along the river. Now, for its 2024 Olympics, the city wants to clean it up.
Les JO, on sait que l'eau va être de plus en plus propre, donc pour nous c'est plus agréable en fait, c'est super.
That's the long-term project of Fluidion CEO Dan Angelescu. Since 2017, he has been working with the city of Paris on making the Seine swimmable. To do so, he regularly tests the river's water quality.
We're measuring two fecal indicator bacteria, E. coli and Enterococci. They both come from fecal matter, so their presence indicates contamination. And the level of concentration of these bacteria allows us to know whether it's safe to bathe in the water or not.
The challenge is to maintain those levels.
It really depends on the weather, because the biggest polluter of the Seine River are the big rain events, which bring a lot of untreated sewage in the water through combined sewer overflows.
To avoid the overflow, the city is building a massive underground basin. The Austerlitz Basin will be able to collect over 1.7 million cubic feet of rainfall, or the equivalent of 20 Olympic pools. Another part of the plan is to complete the switch of some homes upstream, from an old setup discharging wastewater into the river to a brand new connection to the sewer system. Paris hopes to reap the benefits beyond the Olympics and make the river swimmable for all by 2025. Colombe Brossel is the deputy mayor in charge of public space and waste reduction.
But our main goal, of course, is the Olympic Games, but our main goal, it is after we'll have the opportunity to go and swim in the Seine River in Paris and in all the cities around Paris.
Get your fill of the latest in sports at onesports.ph. Meantime, the Newsday continues later at 4:30 p.m. I'll see you then. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.